Good evening and welcome to Red Devil Field. I'm David Bryant here with Eric Scott and Coach Jerry Ellis, and we have a super ball game on tap for you tonight. Tonight, the third-ranked Germantown Red Devils from Tennessee will face the second-ranked Pine Bluff, Arkansas Zebras. We're expecting a very tough, hard-hitting game, and it's great weather here at Germantown, and it is homecoming for Germantown Red Devils. Everybody is really excited at Germantown High School because it is homecoming, Eric.
That's right, David. All week long we've had festivities here at Germantown High School. We've had Class Distinction Day and Sweatsuit Day, just to name a few. But the highlight of the week was this afternoon when we had a pep rally. The student body came together and is ready to see a good football game tonight. And those football players are going to give us a good game tonight.
Right. Germantown is facing a lot of adversity for this game. A lot of key injuries to key individuals, led by Mark Bowen.
Mark had an injury last week against the game in US. He came out of the game in the fourth quarter, and they thought it might be just a sprained knee. But the doctor's prognosis was it was a torn ligament. He had surgery on Saturday. He's out for the rest of the season. A big blow to Coach Smith, the defensive coordinator, and Coach Netherland.
Right. Coach, that is a very key injury to the defense for the Red Devils. What will they have to do to rebound from this injury?
Well, that's going to be hard to play smart, David, but each coach, every week they prepare people to take people's place who have to come out because of an injury. And Bob Jicks and Buzz Wathall both have worked at the linebacker spot for Mark.
Another key loss for the Red Devils is Gerald Kirkpatrick. Gerald had an emergency appendectomy on Thursday, I believe, and he is out for the next 3 or 4 weeks.
David, it was sort of bad, a big blow to the coaching staff, because probably Gerald would have been a starter maybe on offense, come in and played Mark's guard position, but now he's out, so we may have to go to a third string player.
If those weren't enough, Chris Coppage is still out. He has an injured shoulder. He will be out for another week, the coaches told me this past week.
He got hurt in the McMinnville game and has been out since. It's a bruised shoulder, and the doctor, Dr. Bobo, has not released him for practice yet. So Dr. Bobo has to release him for practice before he can be even considered to be able to dress out for a ball game.
These 3 injuries and losses to the Red Devils are really key injuries for the Red Devils. But they played an exceptional game last week against MUS. They defeated MUS by a score of 16-6. Let's take a look at the recap of that ball game.
Last Friday, September the 23rd, 2 of the top Memphis Prep football powers squared off at Red Devil Field. Representing the Class AAA was the undefeated Germantown Red Devils, and representing the Class AA was the MUS Owls. This game is one of the fiercest rivalries in the city and would prove to be a true test for both teams. MUS got their hands on the football first. The Owls had an awesome offensive squad. Leading the team on offense was tailback Andy McCarroll and fullback Bobby Wade. MUS starts moving the ball effectively against the Devils in the first quarter. A pitch to number 36, Andy McCarroll. Good for another first down. On 3rd down and 11 from the Germantown 15, MUS quarterback D.D. Malmo throws an interception to number 89, Bon Tubbs. Devils defense stops MUS. On 1st down and 10 from their own 3-yard line, the Devils come out running at MUS. The first quarter ends with the score Germantown 0, MUS 0. But earlier in the second quarter, MUS stops the Devils on a goal line try. MUS takes over on their own 1-yard line. The Devils are able to contain the Owls, forcing them to punt. Four plays later, Howard Moss goes in from 18 yards out, giving Germantown a 6-0 lead. Mike Witt adds the extra point, and the Devils are up 7-0. Germantown gets one more chance to score before halftime. With 7 seconds left on the clock, quarterback Forrest Neighbors throws a touchdown pass to number 82, Gary Brown. But this time, Mike Witt misses the extra point. The Devils go into the halftime locker room with a 13-0 lead over the Owls. Late in the fourth quarter, MUS is able to score against the Devils. Number 22, Jay Steed throws a touchdown pass, making the score Germantown 16, MUS 6. The Devils are able to hold on and defeat the Owls. Germantown walks away with their 3rd victory of the season. GHS TV would like to wish the Devils good luck in tonight's ball game.
Eric, while we're talking about injuries, there are a lot of players on the Red Devils that have a lot of bumps and bruises.
Center Jody Whitfield hurt his knee in the game against MUS. He's questionable for tonight. I do not think he's going to be starting. Marshall Boswell, a senior, will be taking his place. Tommy Pruitt, a defensive end, also got hurt last week in practice. He suffered an ankle injury. He did not practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, he had a light workout, but he's questionable, I think, and I'm pretty sure that Bo Manus will start in his place. We've also had our share of sicknesses. George Cantu is coming off of a bad stomach virus that's been going around the clubhouse down there at Germantown. Forrest Neighbors has not felt well all week. So the team may be relying on second-year players to come in and perform.
Right. Coach, these injuries will definitely not help the Red Devils, but will it help or hurt the morale of the team?
Well, it's going to be hard to say how much Mark Bowen's injury and loss and Gerald Kilpatrick's loss not being there will have an effect on the players. But, you know, we've got so many kids that have played so much, and the fact that their experience is going to pull the others together. If you think a kid is getting a chance to play now a little bit more, he's going to be pumped up, and I think the morale will still be high.
Coach, I believe this is really a big thing for the seniors. They've got to step forward, and they've got to take charge of the team.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, we got to remember now, everything is not built around this one game. Certainly these two powers are going to clash tonight. One of them's going to come out the winner, but it's going to be a good ball game.
All right, Coach, before we go into the game, let's take a look at both lineups for the Germantown Red Devils and the Pine Bluff Zebras. Let's talk a little bit about Pine Bluff, Arkansas, a superior team in Arkansas. They're ranked second in the state of Arkansas in their leading division, and they have one of the top quarterbacks in the nation.
We were talking to some of the coaches. They feel that he probably will be the next Oklahoma Sooner quarterback. He's that type of quarterback, likes to run out of the wishbone. He can very versatile, runs to the outside, he throws. He stands 5'11", 185 pounds. He's an excellent athlete. He'll strike the Devils, and he can hurt the Devils.
This man's name is Eric Mitchell. He's a very tough individual. He can run the ball, he can pass. The coaches for the Red Devils see no flaw in his ball game. He will be the top quarterback that the Red Devils will probably face this year. Coach, what will the defense have to do to really stop the Pine Bluff offense?
All right, Pine Bluff does not throw a lot of elaborate, wild-type plays at you. They have a basic set of about 4 series that they run. One of them is the option, another's a blast, another one's a toss sweep, and then a bootleg off of the blast play. And, you know, like I said, basically that's the 4 plays they're going to run. They don't run much out of that. They'll run a controlled passing game off of these plays. And basically, Coach Smith and them, he said that what they've got to do is just try to stop their basic plays, but that's harder than it looks because what they do, they spend a lot of time on executing those 4 plays to perfection, and they just keep running them. When they find one that works, they'll stick with it.
Eric, Pine Bluff has 2 superior running backs on their team.
That's right, David. Stephen Battles will be the tailback tonight. He's an excellent athlete. He's been hurt last week. He suffered an injury in their last week's game. Coach said he's about 95%. Also at the fullback, Maurice McMiller will be their fullback tonight. He is a Robert Newhouse type runner. Runs right at you. He's got good power. It takes 3 or 4 linemen to take him down.
Coach, these people have superior linemen to run behind. Pine Bluff line averages about 230 pounds, very large, have outstanding athletes in the line.
Yeah, that's true. I think we were talking earlier, David, as we were watching them warm up. They have a junior, that's number 76. He's got good size, about 230 or 240. They got another boy, number 73. I was talking to their head coach before the game. Scout from Arkansas State came by and just wanted to make sure he had the right number for 73, so apparently they're interested in him as a college prospect.
They have a superior line, as we've said before, superior size. Germantown will have a tough time matching up against this line. Germantown has great size for high school, but it's just hard to imagine how big this line is for Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I tell you, I saw them getting off the bus, they're big without pads, David. I mean, they got good size, but you know, it's going to be almost like a mirror to us. We've got good size, they've got good size. Really, this will be a test for our team as well as for them. They're looking forward to the challenge just like our athletes are.
Right. The Red Devils really haven't matched up against this size this year. The teams that they faced had littler, quicker teams against the Red Devils. So what do you believe, Eric, Germantown will have to do to match up against the same size of their players?
Well, they're going to have to try to do what they've been doing in the past, just try to run at them. If they can't run at them and overpower them, you go to your outside game. And if your outside game doesn't work, you go to the air. But I think Germantown is going to be effective in their running game because I just feel they're going to be able to do it.
In last week's MUS game, there were several superior efforts by the Red Devils, and one in particular was Elliott Watts. Elliott is our Player of the Week for GHS TV. Let's take a look at that tape now. GHS TV has selected its Player of the Week for the MUS game, and this week's player is Elliott Watts. Elliott is a senior at Germantown High School. He has been a standout linebacker on the Red Devils squad for the past 2 seasons. This year, Elliott has been doubling at the linebacker position and at offensive guard. This past week, we had a chance to talk to Elliott about the team.
We've really started out tough, and I do believe we've really done what we wanted to. We've come out and established the line of scrimmage and really done exactly what we wanted to do and mixed the plays up. And I felt like so far we're having a pretty good season. Seniors this year really have seemed to be getting it together a lot better than last year, and I think for that reason, just everyone as a team really is pulling together a lot better, and it seems to be paying off. I think that's the biggest help we've got at offensive line. Last year, our offensive line was really kind of on its own and really didn't have a coach. And Coach Harrison's come up, and he's really helped us out because he gives the offensive line, he makes them somebody. He's really, he's special, and he makes the offensive line special, and that really helps a lot, And I think me having experience, I really think that helps because going into the big games, I know what it's like.
Congratulations to senior Elliott Watts for being named this week's Player of the Week. And good luck to the entire Red Devil football team as they take on Pine Bluff, Arkansas tonight. Coach, the Devils defense has really played superior ball all 4 games.
That's right. This will be the biggest test for them, though, David. The ability of their quarterback, his quickness and speed, and coupled with the fullback and tailback attack out of their offense will be a real test for us. Now, what makes him so tough is that they run a blast play to the right, and they'll run it 2 or 3 times, and then he'll fake that and bootleg back to the outside.
Right.
And with his speed, our backside in and corner are going to have to always be conscious of that. And then another series of their attack is the option. And they'll slam the fullback in there to either guard or tackle slot. He'll ride him. If the tackle pinches down, he'll pull it out and then option off the end. They release the end,
right,
block on the corner. So really, they're making us defend at least half the field on every play, and possibly the backside if it's a bootleg off of that.
Eric, who are some of the players that will replace the losses on the defensive squad?
Well, David, they've had a couple of people that will be able to come in and take Mark Bowen's place. Bob Jicks, he's a junior. He's about 190 pounds. He's an excellent athlete. He's caught a couple of touchdown passes. Also, Buzz Wathall, a very mature, calm senior. He's the punter, and also he's on the offense in the wishbone. So Germantown has got some talent that can come back in and fill the shoes of Mark Bowen. Those are going to be some big shoes to fill.
Coach, Buzz Wathall is a very aggressive player. Doesn't really have the size that Mark Bowen has, but is a super aggressive player, and we probably will enjoy seeing him tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Buzz has played defense before. He's played strong safety before. Buzz is a very valuable athlete because he can play a lot of different places. And Buzz has had experience playing inside, and he's hard-nosed, so I think he'll do very well at the linebacker spot.
What exactly do you think Leland Smith told the defense this week with all the injuries? What will the Devils have to do tonight to stop Eric Mitchell and Zuber?
Well, if I know Coach Smith, I hadn't talked to him about the injury standpoint, but, that's water on the bridge. We can't dwell on the fact we've lost Mark and a few other key players, so Coach Smith has taken a positive attitude. The people that are in there told them what they need to do, give them a pat on the back, encouraging them. And what they're going to have to do is contain the quarterback, first of all, but also react quick enough to the option on the outside.
Coach, in last week's game against MUS, a key factor arose that Germantown hadn't been faced with, and that's the question of turnovers. In the fourth quarter, Germantown fumbled the ball 3 times, but the defense held. The Devils will not be able to turn the ball over tonight and expect to beat Pine Bluff.
Well, that's right. I know Coach Nella wants to force Pine Bluff, if they have to score, to drive at least 70 yards to score. That way, there's a chance for a mistake along the way on that part. A penalty, a bad play, a bad pitch, something like that.
Eric, what are some of the festivities that have gone on this week? It is homecoming. Everybody at Germantown is really fired up about the game, and a lot of things have been going on at the high school this week.
Tuesday we had sweatsuit day, and Wednesday was class distinction day. There's been a lot of festivities. Like I said in the beginning of the show, we had a big pep rally today. The school, I got the feeling the school came together as one. They want to beat Pine Bluff. Everybody likes to win on their homecoming. I think Germantown's going to be able to do that. Those football players are fired up. I was talking to Jay Duggins today in one of my classes, and he said, don't worry about the injuries. The team is out there, they are ready to play, and they are confident in the personnel that's going to be playing tonight.
Coach, that is one aspect about injuries. Sometimes they do have a positive effect. The team joins together and they go out as a team, and Germantown needs this unity to beat Pine Bluff and go on to the state playoffs this year.
That's right. It'll be a good test for our kids. You know, people shouldn't get the wrong idea now and think, well, we got so many injuries, there's no chance to win, we're going to, look bad. But they've got to remember, these kids have all played on good teams before. They know what it is to win. They know what it is to come back and play hard, too. So I tell you, I'm not worried, win or lose. I know our kids are going to give a good account for themselves.
Exactly. The Devils' offense has played very well. We're talking about the turnovers, but they did move the ball really well against MUS. Let's talk about some of the movement that they did. They moved the ball one time, 93 yards, but were unable to score. Is Germantown going to be faced with this problem tonight, you believe, and what will they have to do to improve on this?
Well, anytime you drive that far, you want to try to get some points on the board, but like we mentioned last week, although we didn't score, we kept the ball out of MUS's hands. We hope to do that again tonight, keep it out of Pine Bluff's hands. We want to get some points out of it this time. With their explosive offense, we need to keep the ball away from them as much as possible.
Exactly. I believe the national anthem is at this point, so let's go down to the field with the Germantown Marching Band.
Now, remember the snare roll, right? Now, bring the snare roll towards the end. So, horns up, national anthem. Try to turn the CD as much as you can. Percussion. 1, 2, 3, very loud snare roll.
Coach, Pine Bluff, Arkansas is really a long ways, but they have brought a few fans, and their sideline is lined with signs, and they look really pepped up for tonight's ball game.
I tell you what, I just talked to the coach a minute or two before the ball game, and he's a class person and a class coach. Just talking to him, he's got his, what you call, act together. His kids are prepared, and he's looking forward to a good ball game.
Right, we should see a very hard-hitting ball game like we've said before, Eric. And what are some of the things you're looking forward to in tonight's ball game?
Well, a good hard-hitting ball game. First of all, a good physical football game. That's the kind of football the Zebras like to play, just like Germantown. I look for I sort of want to say a high-scoring game, but a low-scoring game. It's that kind of game it could go either way. But I am looking for a good game tonight.
Coach, the Devils' offense last week moved the ball very well, very time-consuming drives, and they kept the defense off the field. I would think with the injuries and with the state that the defense is at this point, that this would be a high priority for the offense.
Yeah, and that's going to be harder than it sounds like, David. When you replace 2 or 3 offensive linemen, Jody Whitfield's got an injury. I understand he's going to play, but I don't know what effectiveness he'll have as far as 100%. Then you got a guard that's out. The coordination between those 5 people, I'm talking about your center, 2 guards, and 2 tackles, is so important. It's hard to take out one cog and put in another and expect it to run just as smoothly as it did the week before.
The injury to Chris Coppage. Chris was unable to play against MUS. Do you think Germantown will change its offense in any way to try to combat Pine Bluff's defense?
I really don't believe they will. The fact that Chris is in there, you know, we've got experienced running backs also, and Ken too, and Howard. Buzz has played a lot. I think basically Coach Ellis can stick with what he's been using before. You know, we wish we had Chris. We're just going to have to do without him for this game.
Right. Eric, the 2 running backs for the Red Devils are playing superb ball and really are running the ball really hard.
David, I was talking to Coach Young, the coach of the Zebras, and he felt that Howard Moss, our tailback, is probably one of the best running backs he has seen in a long time. He can hurt you and hurt you bad. Then you've got Cantu, Mr. Consistent. He's been playing perfect ball for the last 4 games.
Right. This past week, our field interviewer, Kevin Holliday, had a chance to speak to both coaches for the Red Devils and the Zebras. So let's take a look on what they said.
Hello, this is Kevin Holliday for GHS TV Sports, and I'm standing here with Germantown Red Devils head coach Ken Netherland. Coach, congratulations on your win Friday night against the MUS Owls.
Thank you, Kevin.
The first question I'd like to ask Coach Netherland is, how do you feel your team performed Friday night against the Owls?
Well, we played extremely well the first half. Our offense moved the football. We got a long drive in, made some crucial mistakes down on the goal line, failed to get in for our first opportunity to score. Our defense played well the first half, and in the second half it was a complete turnaround. We played kind of haphazardly, thought we had the ball game under control, and all of a sudden we run into some fumble problems and allowed MUS to come back and keep our defense on the field too long, and they made a ball game out of it in the last quarter.
It's been brought to our attention that Gerald Kilpatrick, one of the players for the Germantown Red Devils, was rushed to the hospital this morning for appendicitis. What's the latest update on his condition?
Well, he was operated on this morning at 11 o'clock, and we haven't heard since, we hadn't talked to his dad or anything, but he was operated on and probably missed 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
Through the films and so forth that you've seen of Pine Bluff, if you've seen any, how do you, are there any key things that you're looking out for in Friday night's game?
Well, they have an explosive ball club really based around their quarterback. They have a junior quarterback that is being looked at already by several colleges, and he's one of the better ones I've seen in several years. He's an explosive type person, and he can break a ball game open. And they have 2 good running backs. Their offensive line is much bigger than ours, and they have put a lot of points on the board in 4 ball games.
Okay, Coach, thank you for taking time out of your busy practicing schedule to talk with us, and good luck in Friday night's game against Pine Bluff.
With that in mind, I then called Coach Donzel Young of the Pine Bluff Zebras on our GHS TV sports line to see what his views on the upcoming game against Germantown were. This is what Coach Young had to say.
I have great respect for their football team. They're a very disciplined football team. They make very few mistakes. It's going to be a very tough football team to beat. We're going to have to just be on the top of our game in order to be able to compete with them. I see very few flaws in the things that they do. They don't lay the football on the ground. The execution offensively is just superb. They play great aggressive defensive football. So it's going to be a difficult football game to win. It's going to be a very competitive football game. I'm just hoping that we can come down there and not make a lot of mistakes and be in the football game.
Okay, Coach, we here at GHS TV would like to congratulate you on your 2nd ranking in the state of Arkansas and wish you luck in this week's game against the Germantown Red Devils.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This has been Kevin Holliday for GHS TV Sports.
Coach, both teams are out on the field. As we see the 2 captains for the Red Devils, number 83, Bo Manus and Paul West. And the stands are full on the Germantown side.
Okay, Captain, that's a head, We got a tails. It's an Eisenhower dollar. Call it in the air, and if I drop it, we'll flip again. Call it loud enough so that everyone can hear, okay?
Tails.
He called tails. You understand tails, Captain? It's heads. Germantown, you're the winner of the toss. You can kick, receive, or you may choose a goal to defend. You want to receive. Which goal would you gentlemen like to defend? You want that one? Turn your backs that way. You gentlemen turn this way. Okay, Germantown has won the toss and will receive. Okay, men, let's shake hands and have a good ball game tonight now.
Coach, the Red Devils win the toss, and they elected to receive the ball. We've had a little problem with the light. The middle light on the visitor side is out. Do you think this will have any effect on the game, Coach?
Well, I really don't believe it will, David. Now, Coach Nellon's out there talking to officials now. Probably they've already contacted light, gas, and water. If they feel like they can get here right away and correct it, they may delay the game maybe 15, 20 minutes. I really don't believe they will, though. I believe they're going to go ahead and start the ball game and play it. It's playable. It's just a little dark right on their side about the 50-yard line.
Exactly. Both teams are ready to play. And I see Pine Bluff coming onto the field, so I believe they'll go ahead and start the ball game.
David, this happened about 6, 8 years ago, and the whole east side of the lights went out. And I think we played about 10 minutes of the first half in semi-darkness. By halftime, they had it fixed, and the second half was played in regular conditions.
See a close-up of the Germantown bench, and I believe we're really ready to play. That's Forrest Neighbors.
Our calm, cool, and collective quarterback, David.
Right, Eric.
He had an excellent game last week. Germantown had some very nice offensive possessions, some runs, and he did an excellent job last week.
This first possession should prove very informative on how the game might go, Coach.
Yeah, you know, there's going to be probably a little uneasiness because we're not sure exactly what to expect out of Pine Bluff because of their speed and quickness. A few new people playing, but this first series should get us settled down. If we don't move the ball, we'll wait, let the defense get the ball back for us, and start it on the second drive.
Exactly. Pine Bluff will kick off to the Red Devils, and we're about to begin one of the top games in the Mid-South this year, Coach.
Number 2 against number 3, right across the river against one another, Arkansas and Tennessee.
Cedric McCall will kick off for Pine Bluff Zebras, back for Germantown, number 29, Craig Hallman.
David, it's possible both of these teams will go to the state playoffs and wind up in the finals. And if they both wind up in the finals and both won their class, I guess the one that wins tonight could say they were double state champions.
Exactly, Coach. Both teams are excellent ball clubs, and I'm ready for the game to get started.
I'm ready for a good hitting game, and I'm sure both teams are going to be able to give that to us tonight.
Here we go with the opening kickoff. A short kick to about the 20-yard line. Return to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Red Devils will take possession, first down and 10. See the Red Devils kicking unit coming off the field. Marshall Boswell is in at center, Eric.
Yeah, David, he's been working all week on snapping the ball to Forrest, and Forrest has been working on taking the center, so let's see if they cannot make a clean snap, and they do.
Straight up the middle to Howard Moss. Howard dives for 10 yards and a first down, I believe, Coach.
Good drive. Offensive line came right off the ball, right at him.
Beautiful blast play straight up the middle.
Nice explosion by the offensive line.
Howard ran over the right side of the line for Germantown. Beautiful blocking and a beautiful run. First down and 10 for the Red Devils on the 40-yard line. George can too, and he picks up 7 yards, Coach.
All right, that's a counter. We just faked it over the left side, went back to the right side. Good counter play, good blocking on the right side. Adam Cecil filling in for the right guard spot and behind Steele in the right end.
Coach, 2 plays and the Red Devils running straight up the middle and doing a beautiful job.
That's right. That'll do more to build our kids' confidence than anything else.
Exactly. Those 2 plays might erase any doubts that some of the Red Devils might have had. And they look like they're ready to go.
That's
they're
right.
racing the clock at this time. Young man came out of the ball game, and they do get the snap away. Forrest on the option.
Beautiful pitch, David.
Howard Miles on the outside. Struggles to the 47-yard line for a first down.
Germantown's been able to come out and establish the offensive line.
Kurt Sanders made that tackle, Eric.
It was a nice open field tackle.
That's the outside option then. Rolled the fullback inside. Forrest optioned off the end. Had a pretty good block on the corner. Howard picked up the first down.
Pine Bluff did something different than MUS did. MUS was letting Forrest run the ball, and I don't believe Pine Bluff will allow that tonight.
Yeah.
Forrest drops back for the pass. Close play for the Red Devils, but an incomplete pass. A good call, Coach.
First down. We were just going to try to catch him off guard. We hadn't thrown yet. Running on first down. Came out with a pass. Almost got it.
The Red Devils are trying to keep the Pine Bluff defense off balance with that first down pass. And I really like first down pass plays. Like I said, it keeps the defense off balance, and they do not know what to expect.
Yeah. They'll think twice before they jam everybody up on the line of scrimmage on first down situations. Hopefully.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Red Devils. Ball on the 47-yard line. Straight dive play up the middle. I believe for about 4 yards, Coach.
Right. Look how many people they hit on the tackle, David. I think everybody except the free safety. That's good pursuit.
George Cantu was on the run.
75, Kenneth Lovett made the tackle for the Zebras. He's 6'3", 201 pounds. He's one of their big players, David. They have 17 players over 200 pounds.
He's a highly touted player in Arkansas. Will be 3rd down. 6.5 yards to go for the first down. Forrest drops back on the rollout. Beautiful pass to Buzz Wathall. Takes a smack but holds on. First down for the Red Devils. Beautiful catch by Buzz Wathall, Coach.
That's right. Buzz running a drag right underneath on a clear out. Caught it. Tell you what, they were well coached. They were looking for it. Buzz just made a good catch, took a good hit, held on. Got us the first down.
Eric, that was the key to it. He took a very hard hit after that catch but held on.
David, all year Forrest's main target has been Buzz Wathall. He comes out of the swing back, out of the wishbone, and that was a beautiful pass pattern, and Forrest hit him perfect with the ball.
Ball on the 29-yard line, first down, and the Red Devils are moving it very well.
An impressive first drive against a tough Zebra defense.
Wathall in motion. Pick up about 5 yards of the right side.
Tell you what, our kids just whipping them on the line of scrimmage, David. Eric Steele and his compadres on the right side are just driving them out.
The Zebra coach, Young, felt that if he cannot control the line of scrimmage on offense and defense, then he would end up getting beat.
Like you said, that was a 5-yard gain by George Cantu. Germantown is coming off the ball exceptionally well, Coach.
You see number 77, Mark Bowen, we were talking about earlier with that cast on his knee.
Howard Miles straight up the middle. He's struggling and picks up another first down. Coach, a very impressive drive so far.
Right. Very good. Well mixed plays. Pass with the run.
Looked like a trap play or a counter option.
It was. It's similar to it, David. It was a misdirection. Backs went to the right. Forrest just spun and gave Howard coming back with both guards pulling. One kicked at the end. The second guard filled up in the hole.
The ball on the 15-yard line. First down, 10 to go for the Red Devils. Left side, Howard Moss struggles for 3 yards.
They're hitting.
Moss a very strong runner, Eric.
He is, David. We talked in a pregame show about the teams coming out here to hit, that Pine Bluff was very aggressive, and they are. I can hear the pads popping all the way up here on top of the press box.
Kenneth Lovett made that tackle, number 73.
That's his second tackle tonight.
I can't see exactly where the ball's placed, Coach. I believe it's on the 12-yard line.
David, you're right. I believe it's right at the 12, buddy.
Second down and about 6 for the Devils.
George Cantu over the right side, struggling. Picks up another 3 to 4 yards.
That was the same play that Howard had run earlier, except this was going back to the right side with Cantu carrying the ball.
Both running backs for the Red Devils are so very strong. They just do not go down very easily, Coach.
That's good, and they block well for one another, too.
George is 5'11", 180 pounds. He's a junior this year.
Ball on the
Go ahead, David.
Ball on the 13-yard line. Be third down, 3.5 yards to go for the Red Devils. Very important play in this drive, Coach.
We got 2 to get a first down.
Howard Moss over the left side. I believe he has the first down.
The ball's on the one, David. It's going to be close.
Right at the goal line.
Beautiful run by Howard Moss.
First down and 10, goal to goal.
Coach, the Red Devils are definitely ready to play tonight.
They put it together. Good drive right here, right on the 1-yard line.
Coach Smith in our picture right there. All the coaches have got to be very excited at this point in the ball game. See a close-up of the line of scrimmage. First down, goal to go for the Red Devils. Straight up the middle, George Cantu for the touchdown. Devils lead 6-0.
The impressive drive for Germantown, David. They established the line of scrimmage.
With 6:24 left in the first quarter, the Devils take a quick 6-0 lead. The Devils completely dominated that drive.
Real good line charge. Mixture plays was very good too.
See the score 6-0. Mike will attempt the extra point. Witt's kick is converted, and the Devils take a 7-0 lead over Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Germantown took 12 plays to score, David. Nice, sustained offensive drive.
See Elliott Watts, he'll be right back out on the field.
He's another one of Germantown's two-way players.
Elliott's not going to get much rest. He can rest on this kickoff, and then he's got to go back in and keep that defensive unit together.
All right, this is the replay of the touchdown. The blast of the line was exceptional, and Cantu went in 2 yards into the end zone, Coach.
Right, that's good line charge right on the left side. I believe that was Elliott Watts, Jay Duggins, and I'm not sure who the end was. It's probably Jix or Bon Tubbs.
Mike Whittle, kickoff for Germantown.
And Coach, the Red Devil players are really excited about this ball game. I am thoroughly impressed.
It's a challenge for them. They'll meet it.
Good kick, good high kick by Mike Witt to about the 15-yard line. Good hitting by the Red Devils. They stop him on the 24-yard line.
Chris Harding, number 62, made the tackle.
And he is ready to go, Coach. Very excited player.
Good sophomore.
We see the Germantown bench, a very excited bench. They have a 7-0 lead.
Let's see how our defense can do against the Zebras, David.
Now the first real test for the defense. It will be first down for Pine Bluff, Arkansas, led by quarterback Eric Mitchell. Mitchell on a rollout to the left. Lee picks up about a 4-yard gain. Devils had a lot of players over there on that left side.
Good pursuit, good containment.
Tackle was made by number 50 for the Red Devils. That's William Butler. He's the nose guard for the Red Devils. Good pursuit by William.
I wonder if the Zebras will come out and use Mitchell's arm.
Will be second down and 7 yards to go for Pine Bluff. Mitchell over center.
They are running out of the eye, David.
Quick pitch to the left. And I believe he has picked up the first down on a good play by Pine Bluff.
That's the option. Rolled the fullback inside, optioned off our end.
That was Stephen Battles on that run.
Nice open field tackle by number 89, Bon Tubbs. He's one of those seniors that have inserted leadership into this year's team.
Pine Bluff picks up a quick first down on the Red Devils. We might see a high-scoring game if it keeps going like it is, Coach.
It could be.
See Eric Mitchell directing his team. Will be first down and 10 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. Mitchell drops back for the pass. Good rush by the Red Devils. And Mitchell is out and off to the races. Superb run by Eric Mitchell for the first down, ball on about the 40-yard line.
David, you saw the speed of Eric Mitchell, how quickly he could accelerate. something like Tony Dorsett does for the Cowboys. A quick acceleration off of the line, picks up 10, 15 yards very quick.
That was an exceptional run, Coach. A lot of speed and great quickness.
Sure was. Now, that one design, he dropped back to pass. He set up in the pocket, got a little pressure. With that good speed of his, he just took off, picked his hole, got a good gain.
Exactly. The Devils will have to contain Eric Mitchell. Offsides, I believe it might be on the Red Devils.
I believe it is.
I believe number 76, Eric Steele, jumped offsides.
Right.
That's what? Defense. Gonna take it, don't you, men? Gonna have to.
That'll be a 5-yard gain for the Zebras, and it'll be first down and 5 yards to go.
It'll be first and 5 to the Zebras from the Germantown.
Got a dead ball, encroachment, defense to be first down.
First down for Pine Bluff. Ball on the 36.5-yard line. First down and 5 yards to go after that penalty. Option to the right. Covered well, and it's a fumble on the play. Believe the Red Devils have it.
We also have a penalty flag,
David. There's a flag. I think it's against Pine Bluff, but I'm not sure.
We'll just have to wait and see, but that could be a very big play for the Red Devils if they do regain possession.
Okay.
All right.
Number 10, Brian Donnelly, I believe, recovered that. The free safety.
Was a clip on the Zebras. And Germantown will take possession of the ball. Elliott Watts recovered that fumble for the Red Devils.
Against the offensive team.
Hey, David, we had good defensive end play and linebacker support. They strung it out. You notice the quarterback is having to operate on the line of scrimmage. He never got to the corner where he could turn up.
I believe that was Marshall Boswell on the defensive play. He strung the play out into a very good defensive play. Devils line up in the I formation. George Cantu for no, or a 1-yard gain maybe. It was real close. Pine Bluff stacked up that play very well.
They closed it real good, defensive standpoint.
49, Robert Polk was in on that tackle with a host of other Zebras.
You see Coach Nellen and Coach Harrison. Coach Harrison's the offensive line coach.
Discussing the next offensive play for the Red Devils. Will be second down, 9 yards to go for the Red Devils. Option play by Forrest Neighbors, and it's a fumble on the play. I believe there's going to be a clip on that play.
It looks like we got a face mask, David, a fragrant one too.
Several penalty flags fly, Coach. This ought to be very interesting.
Yeah, we'll need a Philadelphia lawyer to decide this one, David.
Go down to the field to see the officials discussing the play.
What do you got to...
I know they got us for a clip, and we got them for a face mask.
Replay the damn.
We'll just have to wait and see what the officials do on this play. Howard Moss was in really big trouble. They brought the ball all the way back to the original
against
line
the
of scrimmage.
offense, and I have a face mask against the defense. They offset, and we'll replay the down. Second down.
Replay the down, David, as you heard referee.
A big play by Pine Bluff is stymied due to that penalty.
Your referee tonight is Dan Palmer, David.
The Red Devils would have been really backed up, Coach. That play worked to their advantage.
Yeah, we got a break.
And I believe the Pine Bluff coach is coming out.
He was screaming a little bit, might be a little bit upset on that call.
No, I think he just wants an explanation. You know, a lot of times it's just maybe a misunderstanding, interpretation of the rule. You know, a lot of times the fans think, well, the coach is mad, but really that's not the case most of the time. He just wants an explanation from the official.
And he is walking off the field. Coach Young for the Zebras. A tough play for Pine Bluff as we see a close-up of Coach Ken Netherland with his headset on, relaying the plays back up to the top of the press box.
The Zebras
Coach Rocky Graves.
The Zebras have called a timeout, David. As you see, Forrest Neighbors, the starting quarterback, Ken Netherland.
That could turn out to be a very important play because it was very doubtful that Germantown would have picked up the first down. Pine Bluff would have gotten the ball back in fairly good position in all probability.
Yeah, we're still good enough shape now we can keep our drive going.
See a close-up of the line for Germantown. See Marshall Boswell.
After those 2 penalties, it'll be second down and about 9 yards for the Devils.
And Elliott Watts. There's Buzz Wathall discussing the play with Coach Netherland.
Hey, what they're doing, they're talking about their alignment. A lot of times you can't get all your offensive line out together and discuss where the people are lining up.
You see some of the cheerleaders for Germantown.
Pine Bluff has already made 2 adjustments. They've used the 6-1 a couple of times where basically they're 50 defense.
So we're back to action now. Second down, 9 yards to go after that fiasco, if you want to call it that.
Good word for it, David.
9 yards to go for the Red Devils. Good run by George Cantu.
About 3 yards short of the first down, David.
Coach, exactly what happens on the line of scrimmage on that play? They've run it so much in the first quarter of the ball game. Is it a counter option play for the Red Devils?
It's just misdirection. You got 2 backs going one way. The backs getting the ball is going back the opposite way.
There's Bo Manus for the Red Devils.
Play people with that much speed, they're going to react probably to the first flow, and then you try to finesse them out of position.
Third down and about 1 yard to go. Red Devils. Cantu to the right side.
Don't know. I don't think he got it, David.
I don't believe so. Good hitting by Pine Bluff. And he did not pick up the first down. The Red Devils will probably punt in this position, Coach. As we see Forrest coming off the field.
Right. We're about a yard and a half short.
Buzz Wathall will do the punting for Germantown.
Cantu turned it up well on that play, but there was just too many Pine Bluff players there to stop him.
Right. That speed was to their benefit then.
Buzz Wathall. Beautiful kick by Buzz Wathall. Ball is down on about the 32-yard line. Coach, if we remember in the first possession, the Red Devils had a tough time stopping Pine Bluff.
Yeah, the fumble stopped their drive. This one will be interesting.
Pine Bluff takes possession on the 32-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Eric Mitchell over center. Good play by the Red Devils, but it was a very good run.
Sure was. Kid got hit deep in the backfield, made a good spin.
Number 9, Stephen Battles, is still down on the ground. He was hit very hard by the Red Devils.
He was hurt last week, David, and it was about 95%. Coach Young said he would play. Let's hope he's all right.
He looks in a lot of pain. It might be his breath, Coach.
It's hard to say.
You see Charlie White.
Gator Thomas made the tackle for the Red Devils.
He gets up very gingerly. It looks like the ribs, Coach.
Either the ribs or he got a hard lick to the midsection.
Right.
Tell you what, I'm glad to see it's not a knee injury. That's the one that really scares you.
Exactly. We'll just have to wait and see if Battles is able to come back. It was a very good run. He picked up 2 yards. Very tough 2 yards. It'll be second down, 8 yards to go for Pine Bluff. Straight drop back by Mitchell. Quick pass. Coach, the Red Devils were really lucky on that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he tried to run before he caught it or maybe he heard footsteps. And that corner was only pretty tight. He may have taken his eye off of it just a second before he caught the ball.
The intended pass was to Mario Brewer. He's 6'3", 180 pounds, a very tall young man. We don't have anybody in our defensive backfield that can stand up to that height, Coach.
Yeah, that's an advantage to your receiver.
It's a run by Mitchell. You just see the speed of him. Good hitting by the Red Devils, but he did pick up 4 to 5 yards.
There you saw.
They got a 4th down situation, though.
Howard Miles flung his body right over the pile, Eric, with a hard hit.
That's right, David. He's that type of athlete. He likes a good, hard, physical ball game.
He should love this type of ball game, just like you said. If you remember last week's game, Howard Miles was really hitting.
True.
That's what college scouts are looking for, someone that can not afraid to go up there and hit them.
Exactly. Eric Mitchell does double as the punter for the Zebras.
He's hit some beauties in the warm-ups. He hits a beauty.
Good hit. Craig Mitchell fields the ball. And is stopped at the 25-yard line, where Germantown will take possession, first down and 10. A good defensive series for the Red Devils, Coach.
Yeah, we held them real good. Got the ball back on about the 25.
I am already really impressed with Eric Mitchell, Coach.
He's got speed, hasn't he, David?
He can punt the ball, too.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Germantown has a 7-0 lead. Devils, tough play.
Kurt Sanders was a little shaken up for the Pine Bluff Zebras on that play. Let's hear what the referee has to say about this one.
It's third down again. We're having a little trouble with his field mic. We'll try to get it up the next time.
Third and 18.
Too bad.
Third down, 18 to go, Eric.
Yeah, David, two bad penalties for the Devils. They've had two nice runs. Both have been brought back by penalties. The Devils cannot make those kind of middle mistakes.
Straight up the middle, and the Red Devils are stacked up on the 20-yard line. So the Devils will be forced to punt, Coach, and very tough. Two big runs that were neglected by penalties.
It's a shame, because they were both beautiful runs. One would have set us up, in real good shape about the 40-yard line.
Pine Bluff will have good field position.
Buzz Walthall will be punting from about the 7-yard line for the Red Devils. Pine Bluff should get good field position on this play. Line drive punt by Buzz. Fielded by number 9. And he is broken through the wedge and tripped up by Buzz Walthall.
That's right. Buzz saved a touchdown right then.
Nice tackle. He saved the day for the Devils.
Good run by number 9, Stephen Battles, broke through the wedge on the right side. It looked like he was going for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He was shaken up a little bit earlier on the last offensive play for the Pine Bluff. I'm glad to see he's back in the game.
First down, 10 to go for Pine Bluff. Ball on the 30-yard line, first down, 10 to go. The Red Devils' back's against the wall. Mitchell on the right side. You just see the speed of Eric Mitchell on this play.
David, he may go all the way.
He turned a no gain to a TD for Pine Bluff.
You see why Coach Young is so high on that young man. Beautiful.
You don't teach that, David. That's just athletic ability there. The kid was sealed off on the side he wanted to go to, reversed his field, picked up 2 or 3 blockers on the backside, and just outran us to the end zone.
Paul West looked like he had the player down, but Eric Mitchell struggled and picks up the TD.
All right.
What an unbelievable run.
That was a 31-yard touchdown run by number 1, Eric Mitchell.
For the extra point. And it's good, and we have a tie ball game 7-7. With 9:31 left in the first half.
Did you see Mike O'Neill for the Devils?
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winning.
With 9:31 left, score tied 7-7.
Your winning number for the Jackets, 0, 4, 2, 4, 3, 3, 0. Again, the winning number for the Jackets, 0, 4, 2, 4, 3, 3, 0.
Red Devils are back to receive the kick.
Craig Hallman will be back to receive the ball for the Devils. He's a sophomore this year.
Good shot of the kickoff.
Good high kick. He's out to the right side for a beautiful run back to the 45-yard line. I didn't catch the number.
That's Craig Hallman returning it for us.
Number 28, Hallman.
Tackle.
Beautiful run by Craig Hallman, and the Devils are in good field position. Hallman might have been a little bit injured on that play.
Looks like he might have got a Charlie horse the way he's limping. Germantown had the blockers on the right side. The wedge was set up. Hallman went around to the outside and broke a nice
Jody
gain.
Whitfield's in at center now, David.
All right, ball on the 33-yard line. Forrest over Jody Whitfield. First down, 10 to go. Dive by Cantu for 3 yards.
That's Marshall Boswell. I think he got either shoulder or left shoulder injury there on that touchdown run that the Pine Bluff, Arkansas quarterback made just a few minutes ago.
Mark Bowen
giving him a good friendly pat on the head, David.
You see Coach Smith. It'll be second down for the Red Devils, 7 yards to go. Bootleg by Forrest. Forrest with a good run. I believe he picks up the first down.
Good run.
You saw the athletic ability of our quarterback, David.
Now that was designed to throw, but Forrest under the pressure had to scramble. He just turned the afterburner zone, got us the first down. Good run.
Robert Polk made that tackle. Will be first down, 10 to go for the Red Devils. Ball on the 46-yard line of the Zebras. First down, 10 to go.
See if we can't get on the scoreboard right before half.
Howard Moss, good run by Howard. He's to the outside. A 15-yard gain for Howard Moss.
Howard's our answer to their speed, David.
Beautiful run by Howard Moss for the first down. And the Red Devils right back in the Zebras on field. That's Eric Steele getting some water. First down for the Red Devils. Dive up the middle, George Cantu. Looks like a 2-yard gain for the Red Devils. There's Tom Pruitt limping off the field. Jay Duggins comes in as his replacement.
He was hurt earlier in the week, David, with an ankle injury. Missed some practice.
See the Germantown cheerleaders trying to get the crowd excited on homecoming night, 1983. Red Devils will have the ball, second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Option by Forrest. George Cantu struggles for a 4 to 5 yard pickup. Sweet George getting up.
Cantu turning, stopped by Turner.
Stopped by number 3, Victor Turner. Will be third down, 3 yards to go for the Red Devils.
As you see the Germantown huddles.
Big play for the Red Devils. Forrest Neighbors over center. Quick pitch to Howard Moss over the left side. Cuts it back for the first down. I believe he picked
Good
it up,
run.
Coach.
Yeah, sure did. He got a little extra, too. Looked like the ball was right on the 20.
The official signals first down for the Red Devils on the 20-yard line. Tackle was made by number 75, Kenneth Levette. Another good drive by the Red Devils.
Looked like that big tackle, number 73, got hurt on that last play.
He is limping off the sidelines for the Zebras. Could be a big loss. First down for the Red Devils, ball on the 20-yard line. Straight up the middle, George Cantu for 5 yards.
Nice running by the Devils running backs.
The Red Devils have pounded out every yard of this drive, Coach.
Yep, sure have. It's a good drive. You know, we want to score, but hopefully we can score with just a little bit of time left in the first half. They do not have that much time to move down and attempt to score on their part.
Kenneth Lovett.
Dave, we've been running unbalanced line about every 2 out of 3 plays this last couple of series. We're in an unbalanced left now.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Howard Moss.
That's just a good run right there. Good effort.
Howard was trapped behind the line of scrimmage and struggled. I believe picks up 4 yards, Coach.
He's close to first down.
See the Red Devil sideline. A beautiful run by Howard, and Howard is coming out of the game.
Mike O'Neill checked in his place. Howard's probably a little bit tired, David.
They can take a measurement right here, David. We can't sit on them. There it is.
I believe Howard is just getting a breather. First down and 10 to go for the Red Devils. I believe it will be goal and goal.
Just barely inside the 10, that's first down goal.
Coach, this will be tough. Red Devils have to move 10 yards and 4 plays for the touchdown. I believe Pine Bluff has called timeout, so the Red Devils will have a little time to discuss as we sit.
Give Moss a couple more minutes to get his breath back, David.
Howard Moss is on the sidelines.
I bet they don't know he's out of. They wouldn't have called a timeout.
Exactly. Coach Neville walking out with Forrest Neighbors as quarterback to discuss the play. To the Pine Bluff huddle, the coach talking to them. Coach Young probably telling them to buckle down, to get tough. They have 10 yards, the toughest position for an offensive team to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you're 9.5, 10 yards away, you can't get a first down. You got 4 downs to score. Hey, he's probably telling them how to adjust the unbalanced line. That seems to give them more problems.
Exactly what is an unbalanced line, Coach?
In our case, we're taking an end, say, on the right side and putting him over on the left side. That leaves us on the back side. We've only got the guard and the tackle. And on the strong side, we got an extra blocker. And I don't think Pine Bluff is adjusting that well in the secondary. They're basically leaving the front the same. That's why we can't run that much inside, but we're getting an extra man on the outside.
Right. See Coach Dukes of the Red Devils.
It's a big series right here, David. We can punch this one in there. We're in good shape going into the final couple of minutes of the first half. I think it's 5:10 left in the half.
All right, Forrest Neighbors pitch to George Cantu. He cuts it back. 3-yard gain.
Nice hitting down there, David.
So it will be second down, 7 yards to go for the Red Devils.
It's going to be a tough 7 right here.
Tackle was made by number 79, Daryl Potts. Big 6'1", 230-pound lineman for Pine Bluff.
It'll be second and about 9. Make it 8.
And there is a fumble on the play. Cantu does recover. Tough luck for the Red Devils, Coach.
Yep, they had the option play pretty well. Forrest took a quick hit then, and the timing was just a little bit off on the pitch.
The Red Devils are now on the 20-yard line, 3rd down, goal to go. Bob Jick sends the play in.
Victor Turner made the
What we don't
tackle
want
for
is just a
Pine Bluff.
loss or maybe a play in which it throws us out of field position for the field goal, because, you know, we still got Michael Witt. He can put that ball in there from here, I believe.
Will be 3rd down, a big play for the Red Devils. Expect we might see a pass. Have to wait and see.
2 people wide out.
Bootleg by Forrest.
He's got a man
He's
open.
there.
Oh, tough play.
Buzz just cannot hang on to it. I believe that was Buzz.
Don't believe so. I can't see his number.
That pass.
It was intended for Gary Brown.
Davis. Intended for Brown. Goes incomplete.
Witt with a tough kick try. The ball's placed on the 27-yard line. I see Mike putting his tee down. Will be a 37-yard kick.
He's hit him there before. If he gets a good snap, good pop, he'll put it in there.
Big play for the Red Devils. The kick is up. No good to the right. Had the distance, Coach.
All good.
Good effort, just a little bit faded on the right side for him.
Still, the Devils had a very good drive on that play.
Ball 0-20.
There's 3:27 left in the first half. See the sidelines, the crowd for Germantown.
Like we said before, it's homecoming tonight here at Red Devil Field.
See Coach Smith. Pine Bluff looks like they have a little bit mix up on the players in the game. But I believe they get them in all right. 1st down, 10 to go, ball on the 20-yard line. Up the middle for no gain. Good defensive play by the Red Devils. So he gets on the up off the bottom of that stack. It looks like number 60, Gator Thomas.
Stephanie Carrianis, one of the varsity cheerleaders.
Nice read, Karen. Stop was made by Watson.
Excuse me, the play was made by number 69, Elliott Watts. Stopped him at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It will be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Good play.
Nice
Good
pursuit
on the
by the Devils.
backside.
Looks like the only way to stop Eric Mitchell is to gang tackle. Will be 3rd down, 7 yards to go, Eric.
Yes, David, it's 3rd down and long. We may see the arm of Mitchell.
And Menace make a
Big play for the Red Devils. We'd like to get possession again for maybe one final drive.
That's right. We need to force him to punt after this one.
Mitchell on the rollout option. He does pitch it. There's a fumble on the play. I believe Pine Bluff does recover, but they will be forced to punt.
He pitched it. Nobody was there, David.
The Red Devils coach is yelling for a timeout, and they get the timeout.
Got 1:48 left, David, and a half.
Darren Potts recovered a fumble for the Zebras.
Recovered by Potts for
He's one of their big players, 6'1", 230-pound senior.
Red Devils.
It could have been a very big play if we had recovered the ball, Coach.
Boy, we'd have been in good shape there.
The Red Devils will receive the punt. We'll just have to wait and see who they send out.
12. 4th and 12.
If you remember last week, it was the same situation, and we threw a touchdown pass on the Big Ben play.
Right.
Forrest Neighbors scrambled right and threw the touchdown pass to Gary Brown.
Marshall Boswell left the game early in the first quarter with a shoulder injury. He has an ice pack on it. We've got no word on the extent of his injury. We'll try to get one and report it to you.
The kicker for the Red Devils, Mike Witt, gave his field goal try. Very good kick, just faded to the right.
Vanderbilt is the deep man for
See Eric Mitchell back to punt. As we said before, he can really punt the ball. Beautiful kick by Eric Mitchell.
Fair catch. Vanderbilt
Fielded on the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 Red Devils.
Got 1:40 left. We can move it down there and either get a touchdown or a field goal. Good execution.
Coach, Eric Mitchell is such a versatile player. That was a beautiful kick.
Sure was. He
like
not only had distance, but he had good hang time. Got the ball real high.
Looks like he can do everything well. As we see the time, 1:40 left. Score tied 7-7. Red Devils will take possession. First down, 10 to go.
They break out of the wishbone, an indication they might pass, David.
A penalty flag goes down. And Coach, the Red Devils have been really hurt by penalties this first half.
Yeah. I think they snuffed out one drive we had going off of 2 good runs, one by Howe, one by Ken, too, and they both got eliminated by penalties. I think both one was a clip, one was a hold.
That is a penalty on the Red Devils. Encroachment is called. See Marshall Boswell, he does have ice on his shoulder. We'll just have to wait and see if he can get back in.
The way he's holding that shoulder, David, he may have the same type of injury Chris Coppage had. And, you know, that knocked Chris out for 2 weeks, so I hope it's not that.
Marshall, a tremendous player, has received the Player of the Week honors at GHS. Be first down, 15 yards to go. Draw play for no gain. Pine Bluff covered that play very well.
It's a play much like the Dallas Cowboys run. A little quick draw.
The Red Devils are not calling timeout, as we see one of the band members for Germantown. They're not calling timeout. They might be content just to let the time run out.
I believe so, and I don't believe Pine Bluff has any timeouts. You know, they had to take a couple in that first half, one on that goal line stand they had down there. Really not a goal line stand, but which they stopped us.
See Coach Netherland. Just before that, we saw the 1983 homecoming court for Germantown High School. The second down, 15 to 16 yards to go. And Cantu for another 3 yards. So the Devils are content to let the time run out. There's 43 seconds left in the first half. They will go into the locker room probably with a 7-7 tie. Very tough first half, Coach.
Right. And both teams have played well.
See 2 members.
That's
young
the Crown
members
Master.
with the crown.
And then the Flower Girl for the homecoming. Like we said before, tonight we will see who the 1983 Germantown homecoming queen will be.
We'll just have to wait and see who wins that title. Third down for the Red Devils. Cantu with another carry.
Nice hitting by the Zebras on the offensive and defensive line.
I believe half has expired. Devils go into the locker room with a 7-7 tie. Coach, what are some of your impressions on the first half?
Hey, we got a good ball game, man. I mean, it's a dogfight on both teams' hands the second half. You know, both teams really play the same style of offense and defense with the score of 7-7 right here and going into the third quarter. The whole second half could change completely. We could have 2 or 3 touchdowns by both teams the second half.
Exactly.
I still believe it's going to be close at the end, though, David.
2 good football teams that are out to play.
Again, the play of Eric Mitchell is just tremendous. We heard so much about him throughout the week, and he has lived up to all of that and even more. I am thoroughly impressed with this young man. He is only a junior at the school.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a class athlete, and he's got, you know, college is looking for him already. And I know, talking with their coach before the ball game, although he's just a junior, he said the coach mentioned the fact that Eric is such a smooth type athlete in which he doesn't get rattled, even with the success he's had as a junior.
Let's go down to the field with the Germantown Marching Band.
Hardy, Jay Duggan, Mike O'Neill, Chris Coppage, Marshall Boswell, Gator Thomas, Elliot Watts, Mark Bowen, Bo Manus, Vaughn Tubb, and out on the injured list, Jay Brown. This week, we've celebrated here at Germantown. We've shown our class spirit, our school spirit, and our own personal involvement. In class competition, the spirit chain winner was the senior class. The best hall decoration also went to the senior class. The heaviest class were the juniors, who topped the scale at 14,000 pounds. However, no one was able to identify all of our varsity football members as babies. One of the happiest moments of homecoming is the presentation of our homecoming court. Representing the class of 1987, first, Miss Paige Miles. Paige is the daughter of Brooke and Holly Miles. Paige is escorted tonight by David Stiegel, who is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Stiegel. The second freshman court member is Amy Street. Amy is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Zach Street. Amy's escort is Vince Lewis, who is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Don Lewis. The class of 86 is pleased to present their homecoming court members. First, Pam Howell. Pam is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gary J. Howell. And her escort for the evening is Trip
Mr. and
Irwin.
Mrs. Gary J. Howe. She's
H. Irwin. Their second court member is Dawn Loman. Dawn is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Pete Loman. Her escort is Wade Whitmire, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jim Whitmire.
This is Jimmy.
Representing the class of 85, first, Miss Becky Glass. Becky is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ray Glass. Her escort for
Who is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Rod Jones.
Mr. and Mrs. Rod Jones. The junior class's second court member is Ann Hamer.
The second court member is Ann Hamer. Ann is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William S. Hamer. Ann's escort tonight is Brian Martin. Brian is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Warren Martin.
The junior class's final court member is Kathy Thomas.
The final court member of the class of 85 is Kathy Thomas. Kathy is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. James A. Thomas. Kathy's escort tonight is David Hawkins, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Dwayne Hawkins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 84, this year's senior class, has selected 5 lovely young ladies to the homecoming court. One of these young ladies will be crowned the 1983-84 homecoming queen. The first senior court member is Kim Edmondson. Kim's parents are Mr. and Mrs. David Edmondson. Her escort is John Gentleman. John is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Paul Gentleman.
The second senior court member is Robin Joyner. Robin is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Joyner.
The second court member is Robin Joyner. Robin is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Joyner. Her escort is David Bailey, who is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Bailey.
The third senior court member is Kathy Keogh. Her parents are Mr. and Mrs.
The third court member of this year's senior court is Kathy Keogh. Her parents are Mr. and Mrs. Tom Keogh, and Kathy's escort tonight is Jim Stoddard. Jim is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Allen Stoddard. The final senior court member is Lori Quinley. Lori's parents are Mr. and Mrs. Dan Quinley. Her escort is David Lale for tonight, son of Gail Lale.
Tonight, we welcome back the 1982-83 homecoming queen, Dee Denson.
Tonight, we welcome back the 1982-83 homecoming queen, Dee Denson, who is now attending Memphis State University. To present the flowers to the Queen, Little Miss Amy Northam, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Doug Northam, and grandparents of Mr. and Mrs. Dacus. And to present the crown, Master David Prager. His mother is Mrs. Dora Prager. The first runner-up in the 1983 Germantown homecoming queen is Angela Pulley.
The 1983-84 homecoming queen.
The 1983-84 homecoming queen is Lori Quinley. As she receives the crown from last year's homecoming queen, Dee Denson. Once again, Lori Quinley, the 1983 homecoming queen. The Student Government Association at Germantown High School would like to invite you to a homecoming dance immediately following the game tonight. The dance will be in the main gym and music will be by the diversions. The dance will last until midnight and everyone is invited. So there you have it, David, the 1983 homecoming court.
All right, Eric, congratulations to Lori Quinley. So Red Devils marching band comes off the field. You see Lori Quinley? Very excited young lady, Coach.
Yeah, proud for Lori. She'll make a good homecoming queen.
See Danny McCleary. I believe we will have an interview with Lori coming up.
Very happy for Lori.
See the crowd at Germantown?
We've got a good crowd here tonight for the Devils game, David, and they're seeing a fine game.
A very good game. Tough on the line of scrimmage, and the play by the running backs and the quarterbacks are just really boggling the mind of me. Howard Moss, the super player for Germantown, Eric Mitchell for Pine Bluff are both having outstanding performances along with George Cantu.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you what, Eric Mitchell is everything that people have said about him. Good athlete all the way around. We haven't seen him throwing the ball quite that much, but he's definitely a good runner.
I believe we have an interview with the 1983 homecoming court winner, Lori Quinley. So let's go down to Danny McCleary.
Halftime, and instead we're going to talk to the 1983 junior, that is homecoming queen for the Germantown High School of 1983, Miss Lori Quinley. Lori, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to ask the age-old question, how does it feel to be the queen?
Very happy. I'm very happy. Too happy to explain in words.
Lori is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dan Quinley. She's a member of the football team cheerleading squad, the track team, the cross-country team, the Lady Red Devils, and she was also in the Junior Miss contest earlier this year and was a contestant. That's quite an assortment of a variety of things you do. Lori, what do you plan to do after high school, and what college do you plan to attend?
Right now I'm planning on attending Ole Miss, and as far as what field I'm going to go into, I'm not for sure yet, but I'm thinking about commercial advertising.
Could you briefly explain to us how the nomination and voting series goes on in the school?
Well, they just select class members from each class, and once they are selected as who they want on the court, then they vote on who they want to be queen from the senior class.
So you came out on top. I think that shows the student body has pretty good taste, huh? Congratulations again, Lori. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
This is Danny McClary. I've enjoyed this halftime. Let's go back up to David.
Danny?
The next home game will be here.
And Coach, I'm ready to go into the second half of action.
I tell you what, I imagine the kids are looking forward to this second half just as much as the opposing members for Pine Bluff are looking forward. Each team, I'm sure, wants to go out and establish their either offense or their defense superiority at the onset of the third quarter. It should be an interesting second half.
Coach, the Devils took the opening kickoff, drove 70 yards for the TD. I believe George Cantu went over. Several very good plays, and the Devils during that possession kept control of the ball, moved it really straight up the middle, and really did not have that much trouble moving against Pine Bluff. The game moved on. Pine Bluff's defense rose up and started playing real good defense against Germantown, Eric.
That's right, David. They were able to stop the Devils on a couple of drives. Pine Bluff was able to get on the scoreboard with a 31-yard touchdown run from Eric Mitchell. It looked like that he might lose yardage, but somehow he able to get out to the right end and get the touchdown. Pine Bluff gained 74 yards total offense in the first half. And David, a key note, they have not thrown the ball. They have thrown it, but they have not had any complete yardage for passing.
That's right. I was really impressed with the way the Devils came out in the first quarter, Coach. Were able to move the ball very well and really took control of the game at that point.
Yeah, I tell you what, thinking back, every game our high school kids have been involved in this year, we've controlled the line of scrimmage at the very beginning. And this was no different. We took the opening drive, moved it right here. We moved it right over people that were taking other people's places. And, you know, that goes back to the positive attitude of the coaches. Boy steps in. We feel like he's had enough experience during the last 2 or 3 weeks to just move right on in and contribute as a starter right off the bat.
All right, Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot. You're in the Germantown locker room. What do you tell your players going into the second half?
Well, you find out if somebody's got a rifle, maybe we can shoot here. That's a compliment to the kid. He's a good athlete, and you just feel like the only way you can stop him is like our kids played at different parts of the first half. Hem him up, confine him. We got to keep him from going north and south. You know, if he gets just a crack in the line of scrimmage, he's so quick, he'll pop right through it. And if you're not careful, he's all the way down to the safety.
Right, Coach, I would think the key to that is gang tackling. The Devils have to have 3 or 4 people around the ball when he has it.
Yeah, that's true. And, of course, their deception, you know, could cause us to maybe misjudge, follow the tailback of the fullback, and then he sprints out the backside, and he gets a step or two. You know, it's a foot race between him and the corner.
Right. Eric, what do you think that Pine Bluff will have to do?
Well, David, like I said, in the stats, they have thrown the ball but one time. Coach Young felt that if he could not move the ball inside against the Devils, he'd go the outside and then go to his air game. They might go to the outside a little bit more and then rely on their air game. I'd like to see Mitchell try to throw the ball a little bit more to utilize his arm. They say he's got an excellent arm, and I'd like to see him use that in the second half.
Right, Mitchell did drop back a lot. He has such speed and such quickness, though. If he doesn't find a receiver, he's another threat. If he gets in the secondary, it is just like a long pass.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you what, I don't know if I'll go along with Eric. He won't see him throw. I don't know if I want to see that boy throw or not. That might widen our field defense up and may open up another realm for them. But I know what Eric's saying. You know, from their standpoint, we know he's a good athlete from the standpoint he can throw as well as run. And I would like to see him throw, but hope we intercept him.
Right, number 9, Stephen Battles, came out in the first quarter for the Zebras, their starting running back. We'll just have to wait and see if he comes back and play. Another injury on the Red Devils was to Marshall Boswell with a shoulder injury, and we'll just have to wait. I doubt he will be back, Coach, and this will be a severe blow to the end.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Marshall was playing center for Jody Whitfield, who was injured. Jody's probably going about 90% tonight, but it's also going to hurt us defensively because Marshall anchors down that D. He really plays what we call a quick side in. Some people call it weak. We call it quick side. You got to have your speed out there. He usually defends with a split end, the side he's on, or the wide side of the field.
Right, you're talking about Jody Whitfield. He did come in. He had a knee injury. We'll just have to wait and see how it affects him.
What happens if Whitfield gets hurt and is unable to play, and you've got Marshall Boswell out? You're going to have to go to a third-string player. I believe that's Jim Jolly, one of the younger. He's a sophomore. He's a big young man, but still you're going to go rely on a third string player.
We'll just have to wait and see what the Red Devils will do. I'm really excited going into this second half. A lot of hard hitting, just like the MUS game last week. Pine Bluff really matches up better than MUS did, or any other team, to the Red Devils.
That's right. They're much bigger, and they play very physical. And I think West Memphis wanted to play physical. They just, you know, didn't quite have the manpower to do so, but Pine Bluff does have the manpower.
Number 73, Curtis Williams, a big lineman for the Zebras, also came out, who comes out the second half. Both teams, I believe, are still in their locker rooms trying to get last-minute preparations for the second half. And Coach, I'm really ready for this second half.
It should be a barn burner.
So see, the Red Devils are out on the field.
They're having a little team meeting, David, just talking over what they're going to do the second half, getting back together, getting organized, ready to play some good football.
Pine Bluff has not entered the area yet, but they will be coming out soon, I would think, and we'll get this second half started. The officials with some key calls, Coach, especially on that drive by the Red Devils where they called it back. 2 big runs for the Red Devils, and that really did hurt the Red Devils.
Right, I think one of them was a holding call, the other one was a clipping call. The first one set us back. We overcame that penalty, and they then had another one, threw us back. We had to wind up punting. They got the ball back to the 50-yard line, I believe.
See the Red Devils coming in for the second half.
The Zebras are also out on the field.
So we're about ready to start the second half of action.
So far, this has been the best game that any team has given the Devils this year, David.
Exactly. They had a tough game in Warren County, but I don't believe anything like this.
I believe it's the first time we've not been ahead in any of the previous ball games we've had this season. Of course, we're not behind. We're just even.
Exactly. We'll just have to wait and see how the Red Devils come out and really how this thing affects it. They will kick off to the Zebras. That's an advantage to Pine Bluff.
There's Marshall.
He does not, I believe that's Tom Pruitt, and he might be out too. That would be another big blow to the Red Devils. He looks like he has an ankle injury.
Right. I believe Tom said he had a injury that was going to limit him to some extent tonight, and from the way he walked off the field last time he was in, I don't believe he's going to be back. Looked like he's got an ice wrap on it also on his ankle.
Another tough loss by the Red Devils. These injuries keep piling up. The Red Devils do not have an open date in the next couple of weeks. They have 2 district games coming up, I believe, on the road against Millington and Bartlett.
Those are 2 big games, David, because they are district. You have to win your district games in order to go to the playoffs.
Exactly, Eric.
Mike Witt is set to kick off for Germantown as second half action is underway. Beautiful kick.
Deep kick by Mike Witt, and it is fumbled. Picks it up, and he's busted through the wedge, and Howard Mox makes the tackle. I believe
it was Bon Tubbs, I think, David. Nice open field tackle.
It'd been nice if we could have pinned him back there about the 10 or 15. Boy, made a good run.
Zebras will take possession at the 30-yard line.
That number. Stop was made by West, I believe.
First down, 10 to go. Play the left side. Big first down play for the Zebras for about a 6-yard gain.
That's their fullback, David, if you can believe how quick he was. Maurice McMiller. As you see Forrest Navis warming up.
Will be second down, 3 yards to go.
That's too much on first down.
I agree with you, Coach.
Straight up the middle, Pine Bluff. He struggles, I believe, for the first down. He's over the 40-yard line. That would give him the first down. It's number 9, Stephen Battles. He is back in the game.
Gator Thomas made the tackle for the Red Devils.
Pine Bluff does pick up the first down. Over the 40-yard line. Will be first down, 10 to go.
Let's see if maybe Mitchell might put the ball up in the air.
Good play by Jay Duggins.
Now, that was a first step out of their option, David. He just opened up, and apparently he was trying to read Jay. Either he misread it or Jay just made a tremendous play. Either way, Jay made the stop on the fullback. Looked like the quarterback was going to try to pull it out, but Jay closed so fast he didn't have time to pull it out.
It is 7-7, a big first down play by the Red Devils. It will be second down, 10 yards to go. Eric Mitchell over center. Make a bootleg to the left. Red Devils with good pursuit.
That's right. That end didn't necessarily, I don't believe he was in on the tackle, but he kept him from getting outside. Good containment, good hustle by the linebackers. We closed it down on him pretty good.
It'll be third down, 7 yards to go for Pine Bluff. You see Coach Ken Netherland. Big play for the Red Devils. Need to stop him here and regain possession.
Ooh, almost intercepted, David.
Close play. He did have a receiver open. I believe that was number 2 in the flat, and he was open, Coach.
Sure was. See, now that's a pass set up off of their option. He rolled the fullback in, pulled it out, took about 2 steps, and just dropped straight back. Tell you what, he's got a good arm. That is not the easiest pass to throw because you're moving back real quick to sit up and throw.
Right.
He threw that ball about 40 yards.
He had a nice
like a center fielder throwing a ball.
Nice tight spiral on it, Coach.
Big rush by the Red Devils, and he just gets it off.
We've got a penalty flag.
I believe it will be roughing the kicker.
Yep. That's unfortunate. We had a good rush then. They just...
Mitchell's grabbing his leg and limping, David. He grabbed his right ankle.
I bet he stays in, Eric. He's an athlete.
Oh, yes, he's a good quality athlete. Big penalty early in the third quarter.
A costly mistake by the Red Devils. You have to be really careful when you on that type of play.
Well, that's a gamble. You know, anytime you go after it, there's always a chance you might run into him.
15-yard penalty puts Pine Bluff in Germantown territory on the 42-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Eric Miller does stay in the game. Eric Mitchell.
A true test for the Devils defense, David, if they can stop Pine Bluff here.
And David, I believe the Red Devils called timeout.
They only had 10 people out on the field.
Red Devils look a little bit shaking up. They will have to regain their composure and try to stop Pine Bluff.
Coach Netherland.
Hey, well, see, Pine Bluff is not far. They're almost in 4-down territory right now, David. They get one first down, they're definitely in it.
Right.
She's explaining what happened on roughing the punt of that, David.
Come up here and take my job.
I believe that's D.N. Irby, member of the volleyball team.
Also an excellent golfer here at Germantown.
Yeah, that's right.
Will be first down for Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Drive kept alive by roughing the kicker call. Mitchell back in the pocket. It is sacked for the loss. It's a fumble on the play. Good play by the Red Devils. And
Good
Eric
pressure.
Mitchell is down.
That's right. Good pressure by Eric Steele.
He's getting back up, taking some licks the last couple of plays, Coach. The ball was recovered by number 74, Sean Young. Tackled by 76, Eric Steele.
Eric had about 2 or 3 sacks last week in the game against MUS. He's about 260 pounds. He's a very large young man.
It's second down and 27 yards to go. Counter option for a big play.
That was an inside reverse off of the option. Real good play. Good call. I hadn't seen that in the film that they had showed earlier, David.
Big play by the Zebras, and they're right back down in Germantown territory. Third down, 9 yards to go. Tackle was made by Brian Donnelly after a big gain.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a third down.
It's going to be third down.
Third down, 10 yards to go.
It's a big play right here, David. We need to hold them, shut them down, force them to punt.
Mitchell back in the pocket, looks like a screen. Good cutback, and he does pick up the first down. Tough play.
Man, that's good speed on that part. We had it pretty well covered, and the boy just made a super cut, got him a first down.
Get the number on that runner. That was Stephen Battle. Superb run.
He's down again. That's his second time. He went down earlier in the first quarter, came back and returned to the ball game. He's down again.
Coach, on the last two plays, he did pick up 27 yards.
Looks like he might have got the breath knocked out of him. They're trying to get oxygen into his lungs.
Ball is at the Germantown 20. 8.5.
Ball positioned at the 28.5-yard line. Will be first down. 10 yards to go. Two excellent plays by Pine Bluff.
Yeah, two good plays. Got the 15 with a loss, yardage on the fumble, and then that third down critical play.
First down, 10 yards to go for Pine Bluff.
Devils need to dig in and hold them, David.
Mitchell is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Red Devils. Tackle was made by number 17, Paul West.
Mitchell clearing, stop by. Watch.
Paul is the honorary captain for tonight's game.
Second and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Big series. Ball positions on the 29-yard line. Second down, 10 to go. Fake dive up the middle. Pass incomplete. Just off the fingertips. Receiver was wide open, Coach.
Yeah, he hit him in there. We got a flag on the play too, David. I'm not sure what the call is going to be.
Just have to wait and see.
The pass was intended for number 80, Chris Dixon.
Offsides.
Legal procedure, David.
On Pine Bluff.
Against Pine Bluff.
There's a shot of Marshall Boswell.
All right, David, I'm going to put you on the spot. You just ran a play. It apparently was open. Would you come back and call the same play?
I would come back with the same type of passing play. Pine Bluff has had several receivers that are open in the flat. It looks like the right flat to me in Germantown. I believe Germantown might have to defend that area. If I was the coach, I would have Mitchell roll to the right and then that straight drop back play that we saw before, because the receiver was wide open on that play.
All right, they got a twin right. Look like they are going to work on something on this right side.
Mitchell stumbles. He's loose to the outside again, and he does slip down, so the Red Devils do hold.
That's right. That's good effort, good hustle on that defensive linebacker and secondary play.
Play was made by number 14, Buzz Rothall. Coach, it looked like he wanted to pass, but he just slipped.
Yeah, I believe they're going for it. That was more or less like a naked bootleg. He was coming out there without much blocking, just hopefully. They were hoping they'd get us food and he'd get out there on the corner.
This is a very big play. Fourth down, 10 yards to go for Pine Bluff. Mitchell Rose left. Pass is complete and does not get the first down.
Nice defense by the Devils.
We'll just have to wait and see who made that tackle, but it was a beautiful play.
Paul West and Elliott Watts in on the play.
superb play. I thought he might get the first down, but a beautiful hit, and the Red Devils regain possession.
You hear the crowd, David.
That's good defensive stand. Good work.
First down, 10 yards to go. 4:49 left in the third quarter. Tough hitting by Pine Bluff, and George Cantu gets maybe 1 yard out of that run. There's Paul West.
And 2 turns, stop Paul O'Brien. 2nd and 9.
Paul giving all he has. Will be 2nd down, 9 yards to go. The Red Devils need to get at least 2 or 3 first downs, I would think, Coach. The Devils' defense do need a rest. As Howard Moss cuts back up the middle with a good run.
Yeah, you know, we can get not only first down or 2, but at least get that ball up around midfield. So if we do have to punt, they're forced to go 70, 80 yards for a touchdown.
Red Devils face a 3rd down and 4-yard situation.
Ricky Geiger made the tackle for the Zebras.
Think about our defense, though, David. Most of our kids who play defense are playing offense, too, so they're not going to get that much rest.
A host of penalty flags go down as George Cantu struggles for a no gain. Coach will wait. We'll have to wait and see. Do you have any predictions on the time?
I tell you, I think we were in the middle of a shift when the ball was snapped, and you can't have 2 people moving at the same time. So I think that's probably going to go against us, but I imagine Pine Bluff's going to decline it because I don't think we got the first down on that 3rd down try.
I don't believe so. Cantu was stopped.
About 4 yards short.
Hey, this is what scares me, David. That much speed. You know, if they get a good wall set up on that punt return with the speed they've got, we're going to really have our hands full trying to contain him.
Defense will have to go back out on the field. Buzz Wathall set to punt the ball from about the 15-yard line. Field position in favor of Pine Bluff. Wobbly kick.
He almost dropped it.
Number 9, Stephen Battles, an excellent return man for Pine Bluff.
Battles from the return.
I'm agree with Coach. They scare me with their speed.
Yeah, I know it. I know what you mean, Eric. Any second they can break one.
Germantown's seen teams that have either been quick and small, but they have not seen a team that's been quick and large the way Pine Bluff is.
That's right, exactly. That's why they're Pine Bluff's number 2 in their state.
They're well deserving of that ranking. I'd like to see the number 1 ranked team.
They are tough.
Option to the right side, wide open field. Big play by Pine Bluff, first down. I believe that was Battles again on the play. Tackled by Brian Donnelly.
That's good execution of the option. Now that's a good athlete. See, he rolled the fullback in, came out on the option. Now Ian feathered him a little bit. That means he worked outside trying to delay that we can get some support. He just stepped in toward the end, got the pitch, got a good gain out of it.
Side of the field was wide open, Coach. Good blocking by Pine
Right,
Bluff.
that's right.
Looked like the fullback moved a little bit before the snap, Coach, but I do not see a penalty flag.
I agree with you. I thought he moved too.
Second down, 7 yards to go for Pine Bluff. Well into Germantown territory.
The Germantown defense has been on most of the third quarter, David.
Mitchell on a rollout. It's overthrown. Good defense by the Red Devils. Had 2 men back there. Paul West and Brian Donnelly, good coverage.
Intended for number 80, Chris Dickerson. He's 6'2", 190-pound senior.
2 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball game tied 7-7. Third down, 7 yards to go. Eric Mitchell under center. He's still on his feet, but
nice,
they make the tackle.
Nice pursuit by the Devils, David. They had 3 people that hit him, and finally he went down.
When he has the ball, you never know when he's going to go down, Coach.
That's the truth.
It took 3 Germantown players to finally bring him down, but good pursuit by the Red Devils. Of course, it's a 4th down situation. I believe Pine Bluff is going to punt. We'll have to wait and see, but I believe the punting team did come on. I believe it's out of the range of their field goal kicker.
I believe it is. They're going to probably just try to punch it down there.
Eric Mitchell back to punt. You'll just have to watch him. The Devils will probably regain possession. He is kicking. A wobbly kick by Mitchell. Ball takes it, hits the official, and is down on the 10-yard line. Coach, I don't know if that was a good or bad play for the Red Devils.
I don't know. The official is part of the playing field, so, you know, if it hits him, it's not dead. It's just like hitting a blade of grass.
Exactly. Good punt by Eric Mitchell. See what the Red Devils can do. Ball on the 10-yard line. First down, 10 to go.
See if we can't keep our defense off the field.
George can't. I believe that was Howard Moss.
Hey, Pine Bluff, since that first drive, they've tightened their defensive down a lot more. In other words, they're reacting a little quicker to the ball, and I think they're staying at home a little bit more. They're not reacting quite as quick to counteraction.
2nd and 7.
Buddy Owens made that tackle for Pine Bluff, number 40. 2nd down, 7 to go for the Red Devils.
Oh, fumble, David.
It's picked up by Pine Bluff.
Big turnover.
Down about the 3-yard line, David.
Fumble recovered by...
Tough play. Pine Bluff will regain possession.
Recovered by Turner.
And the Devils' defense has been on the field a long time this third quarter.
Pine Bluff at the Germantown 3, first and goal.
There's Mr. Jim Mitchell, principal at Germantown, one of the assistant principals. As the third quarter ends, Pine Bluff is way down in Germantown's 4-yard line. Players will have to take about a 95-yard jog down to the other end of the field. Game is tied 7-7. Pine Bluff in excellent scoring position.
That misfortune for us, David. That really puts our defense in a bind, but they've been down there before. They may toughen up, keep them out of that end zone, David. At back, certainly against the wall, though, just 3 yards away from pay dirt.
See the Germantown sidelines. The players move down to the other end of the field. The ball is on the 3-yard line.
The Devils have not had much offense this quarter, David.
They really have not. Tribute that to good defensive play by Pine Bluff. Playing excellent defense.
Quick to recover that fumble, David.
First down for Pine Bluff, 3 yards to go for the TD. Touchdown by Eric Mitchell. And Pine Bluff takes the lead 13-7.
I believe that's the first time this year that the Devils have been behind.
First play of the fourth quarter, and Pine Bluff takes a 13-7 lead.
David, he scored on what he's going to ride the fullback right over his left guard, and then just did a complete turn and went right back over the right guard. Now, that's not something that our kids hadn't been posted on. He's used it before. It just sort of catch you by surprise. He's so quick.
11:50 left. The fourth quarter. Germantown's back's against the wall, behind 14-7.
Listen at the crowd, David. You see a replay. Had a big hole and ran right up the middle. Good for 6 points. Back to live action. There's Mark Bowen again. That cast on his leg.
The Red Devils really need a big run coming back, as we see Mark.
All in the seat for Germantown.
I know Mark really wishes he could be in there right now.
Yeah, I know he does.
Along with Lowell.
Jay Duggins.
Very tired young man. Plays both ways, offense and defense for the Devils.
The kicker is McCall.
Deep kick by Pine Bluff.
Craig Hallman receives it on about his 10-yard line, David.
There is a hole. Craig Hallman breaks through the line, cuts it back up midfield for a great gain.
Listen at the crowd. The Devils are fired up and ready to play.
Good run by Craig. Real good. Hit
Ball
the
on the
seam,
47-yard
turned it
line.
on.
Beautiful blocking by the Red Devils. The seam just really opened up, and he busted right through it. Ball on the 46-yard line. Red Devils the first field position they've really had in the second half.
That's right.
There's Craig Hallman.
Our statistician, Chris Cry, handed me an interesting fact. The Devils gained 9 yards total offense in the third quarter.
They're going to have to improve, and this is the time to start. They have good field position. Pitch to Howard Moss. And Eric Mitchell makes the stop. I believe that's Mitchell.
Ball carrying, stop by Geiger.
Excuse me, that was made by Ricky Geiger. Good play.
Second and 13.
They got a lot of speed, David. The option really was set up pretty good. The kid just reacted off the block extremely well, got a hand on Howard and held him up till he got some help.
Red Devils come out second down. About 13 yards to go after that loss. Howard Moss breaks through the line. Breaks it to the outside. And I believe he has picked up the first down. Beautiful run and block.
Good run.
Good blocking by the Red Devils.
The Devils are being able to move the ball.
Tackle was made by number 5, Kurt Sanders, after a big game by Howard Moss, and that's exactly what we needed, Coach.
That was just an outside veer. They ran right at the end. A&N had been working upfield real quick, so Coach Gray spotted that, called the outside veer, and the end just flew right past Howard as he was going the other way.
We could not ask for a final ball game tonight on homecoming.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Option by for his neighbors. Pitch to Howard Moss. Tackle was made again by number 4, Ricky Geiger. See Eric Still. I believe we picked up 4 yards on that play, Coach.
Yeah.
It'll be second and 6.
Will be second down and 6 yards to go. Devils come back up. There's 10:35 left in the game. Big possession for the Red Devils. Wathall in motion. Pitch again by for his neighbors, and can't
got
do
some
it.
running room.
Down to the 25-yard line, and now the Red Devils are on the move.
Good execution of your option. Brought the wing back across, got the extra block on the corner.
Now the Devils are coming.
Kurt Sanders made the tackle for Pine Bluff. I noticed something on the last 2 plays. The Devils have broken out of the wishbone and sent Wathall in motion, showing pass, and yet they have run the ball. Maybe it's catching Pine Bluff off guard a little bit.
Devils really need to punch it in at this point in the ball game. Forest Neighbors first down and 10. Straight up the middle to George Cantu. I believe a 6-yard gain, Coach.
That's a good hard dive right at your tackle.
The Red Devils coming off the ball really well now.
Good explosion, good leg drive.
Crowd is getting a little bit excited at this point. Number 75, Kenneth Lovett, made the tackle after a 6-yard gain as we see the replay.
That's the play earlier, David, 2 plays ago. Nice run.
Second down. Howard Miles scrambles. Be really close to a first down. See the sidelines, a few seniors from Germantown.
It'll be 3rd and 1.
I believe it will be 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Big 3rd down play right here, David.
Ball follow motion again to the right side. And back to the left. Big fumble.
But I think they might have got it, David.
We'll just have to wait and see. I believe Germantown has recovered.
Forrest was tripped as he was coming down the line, and he extended to make the handoff, and the ball got bobbled. George Cantu just came back, made a super effort, and got the football.
All right, now I believe we did pick up the first down on that play. You see some of the homecoming court. I believe that's Robin Joyner, senior at Germantown High School, enjoying the ball game.
Question for Coach Ellis. If you were Coach Nedlin, what would you be telling your players in that huddle?
Well, you know, he's probably telling them the next couple of plays that he wants to try to set up or run. The last probably 3 out of 4 plays they've run, it looked like Pine Bluff had adjusted well to stopping the outside option. You know, the pitch man was covered.
Right.
So they've just gone back, and we're running what we call either a read or a hard dive at the tackle at the end. The end's been working upfield, so he's basically letting the dive man go. And we're running from split backs more than from the wishbone. We'll shift out. Buzz goes to the flanker spot. We either bring him across or give us an extra man on the corner.
Right, Buzz is very active in the offense, running motion. First down and 10 for the Red Devils on the 15-yard line. I believe an excellent timeout by Coach Netherland.
Yeah.
Get the composure back after that really tense play, the ball loose on the ground, but the Red Devils did recover. First down, 10 to go. Walthall again in motion to the right. Option by Forest Neighbors. Tackled by number 57, Marvin O'Brien.
It's going to be 2nd.
A 4-yard gain. It will be 2nd down, 6 yards.
Von Tubbs brings in the play from the sideline from Coach Nellen, and it's radioed down from him from Coach Rocky Graves on top of the press box.
Will be 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Red Devils. Big drive. Cantu straight up the middle and didn't pick up much, Coach. Tackle made by number 57 to give Marvin O'Brien. Ball inside the 10-yard line, Coach.
Watch them. I bet they run option on the right side. They can probably read that defensive end. If he works up, Forrest will probably hand it off to him.
There's Tom Pruitt having to sit this game out. Howard struggles. I believe he's going to be really close.
Stopped by Williams.
We'll just have to wait and see, as the change will come out.
I believe he's got the first down.
Well, let's
I
hope
so, Coach.
The ball will be on the 5-yard line. If they did pick up the first down, we have 4 plays to get 5 yards. As the chains come in, We see.
It's going to be
It's really close. I believe they do have it. First down for the Red Devils on the 5-yard line. The Red Devils showing a lot of guts at this stage in the game, Coach. There is 7:18 left in the game. Red Devils have a chance to tie the score. See the scoreboard, time running out, 7:12 left. George can too. Maybe a 1-yard gain. We'll have to wait and see, Eric.
He got a little more than that. I believe he's on about the 2.
I believe you're right, Coach. A good game by George. Tough running.
Some of the hardest yards in football right down there in 5-yard line. The gridiron.
The ball is down on the 3-yard line. See the sideline yelling for the offense. Big play for the Red Devils. Second down, goal to go. George can too. Fouls outside. I believe he has a touchdown. Beautiful run by George Cantu.
No penalty flag.
The touchdown will stand, and the Red Devils are behind 14-13.
That's a good drive. Real good. Good play selection. Good mixture.
Coach George Cantu sort of went to the inside and then bobs to the outside. Had one guy hanging on him, but his strength enabled him to go over the goal line. Beautiful run. See the sideline. See the crowd for Germantown.
Big extra point, David.
And there is a penalty flag with 6:29 left in the game.
As you see the replay, George Cantu just darts into the end zone.
Good play by George. Good run. I believe they're going for 2, Coach. There's a penalty on Pine Bluff.
Moves the ball up, David.
We'll have to wait and see. Coach, I do believe we're going for 2 points.
Yeah, I believe we are.
Big play in the ball game.
Mike Witt's not in there. The pressure's on.
With 6:29 left in the game.
Let's go,
Red Devils
Devils.
are over center. Straight dive, Howard Miles.
He got it.
He's in for the 2-point conversion.
Beautiful play by the Devils, David. Nice execution.
The Devils take the lead 15-14. 6:29 left in the 4th quarter. Coach, beautiful play.
Good call, too. That put us on a 1.5. We just ran that blast play right over the left side. Good line play, good charge.
Great drive by the Red Devils. As you see the score, 15-14. The crowd is really going ecstatic, Coach. A lot of electricity in the air. This is high school football at its best, Coach.
2 good teams playing well.
See Eric Still, Jay Duggan trying to get a breather. I bet they'll be right back in for the defense.
They
trying
will.
to stop Eric Mitchell.
That's right. They got that work cut out too, because I'm sure Pine Bluff will be poised and ready for action.
Mike Witt with a nice high kick.
Don't let him get out. Nice
Right
tackle.
down, a good defensive play on the 20-yard line.
That's Kent Pretty. Good coverage.
All right, Coach, a lot of players out there that have played the whole game on both sides. A lot of times, this is when we might see a turnover.
Well, could be. I hope it's on their part.
Right, the ball is located at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 to go. Red Devils shifting their defense. Straight dive up the middle.
Nice hit by Howard Moss.
Superb hit.
Was. Good hit.
He's fired up, David.
And he is still down. Beautiful hit by Howard Moss. It was a 4-yard gain, but a hit like that will get the defense really fired up, Coach.
That type of hit's contagious. You might be somebody else make a hit just like it in just a second.
That Stephen Battles has been down a lot, taking a lot of hard hits, and I believe it's his wind again.
It's the second time it's happened to him in tonight's game, David.
Coach, it was a 3.5 to 4 yard gain.
Yeah, they got second at about 7.
Let's hope he's all right. He's up on his own power walking off.
That's good to see, as you see the Germantown sideline.
The packed crowd at Red Devil Field.
There's Eric Mitchell, number 1, telling his team their directions. Second down, 7 yards to go. 5:45 left in the game. Mitchell back in the pocket. Scrambling to the right. What a throw. Out of bounds, but Coach, he has a superb arm.
He does. He really threw that ball.
It was incomplete, though, and the Devils, Zebras have third down, 7 yards to go again, as we see Mike Witt on the sidelines.
Nice pressure by the Devils on that play.
That's right, Eric. That pressure's what caused it. He didn't have time to get set and try to find that second receiver, so he just threw it deep. He was hoping his receiver would run under, but it was out of bounds.
You see the score, 15 to 14, 5:32 left in the ball game. It is third down, 7 to go for Pine Bluff.
Tightest game of the season for the Devils. Pine Bluff takes a timeout.
You can feel that.
Both teams do need this rest.
That's right. You can feel that momentum now. I think that's on our side. Our kids have picked it up. Defense is playing well. We get the ball back now. Offense will have to share that burden and try to get 1 or 2 first downs.
Coach, that was a really gutsy call by Coach Ken Neville to go for 2.
That's right. But tell you, when you get like this, you know, if you're tied, that means if you don't score, you got to go overtime. You might as well settle the issue right then.
I agree with you, Coach.
Right, Coach, is there overtime in high school ball?
That's right. That's overtime. We do have it. David, that's when if the score is tied at the end of the ball game, the ball is placed on the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
And if Pine Bluff won the toss, then they would take the ball first. They'd have 4 tries in which to try to score. They may want to kick a field goal on a first down. Then we would take the ball.
Exactly.
And then we would try to score. Of course, what we try to do is score a touchdown.
Last year against West Helena, the Devils did lose in an overtime situation. I believe the score was 20 to 19.
Right.
Eric Mitchell over center.
Big third down play here, David.
Pitch. Pass back to Eric Mitchell, I believe.
He caught it, David. Incredible.
And there's a fumble on the ball. I believe the Pine Bluff does get the ball back.
You can see Coach Smith jumping up and down, wishing he had that ball.
That's a tough break. I thought we had the fumble. In fact, I thought Mr. Chisholm was going to recover the fumble. He was right there on the sideline with him.
Coach, the Devils had that play covered well. It was just superb athletic ability again by Eric Mitchell.
Right.
That young man that threw that ball also impressed me.
Victor Turner, number 3, threw that pass. Beautiful pass. Ball located on the 44-yard line. First down, 10 to go.
Let's go, Devils. Let's stop them right here.
I believe a 5-yard gain by Pine Bluff. 4:49 left in the game. That was number 22 with the run.
Brian Donnelly made the tackle for Germantown, David. This game's going right down to the wire.
Jody Edmondson. Second down, I believe 6 yards to go. Eric Mitchell, a very tough runner, Coach.
Sure is. He got something out of nothing on that one.
About a yard short of the first down, maybe 2.
Stop by 1. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Coach Snellen.
Third down, 2 yards to go. I believe Pine Bluff will definitely, this is 2-down territory, Coach.
Yeah, they'll have to go for it. They don't want to give us a football in any time.
29-yard line.
Bob Chicks made the tackle from Germantown.
Eric Mitchell's a very tired young man. See some of the fans at Germantown enjoying a very well-played game. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in the ball game.
Going right down to the wire.
First down, 10 to go, ball on the 29-yard line. Mitchell on the option. He does pitch it. Beautiful run for the first down. And Pine Bluff is on the move.
David, they went unbalanced line then. Maybe they took a page from my book at halftime, because they did come out with what you call twin right, unbalanced right, and they ran option to that side.
Bon Tubbs made a tackle for Germantown.
Germantown calls timeout. Ball located inside the 15-yard line.
We got 3:02 left, David. This is critical right here.
See Jody Whitfield for the Red Devils, the center. Gutsy game by Jody, comes in with a knee injury and goes ahead and plays.
That's right. I tell you what, that boy's tough. And, you know, don't get me wrong, he'd have started if the coach had let him, but,
yeah,
you know, they were trying to save him, give him as much rest as possible. And that's really rough when the other center, Marshall, gets cut down with an injury, and Marshall's doing an excellent job himself.
Gator Thomas goes into the game. First down for Pine Bluff. Very big series. Mitchell again on the end. And scrambles for 5 yards.
Devils, we've got to stop them right here.
Mitchell carrying, stop by Tubbs.
I believe that boy's been practicing running through a tunnel. Boy, he runs so low to the ground, but he just doesn't go down.
A lot of power. His legs are super strong.
Hey, he's got a lot of determination too, David.
He's played both ways the entire football game and is running like he hadn't played any.
I know he's tired, but I believe he's got a little extra left in him.
Bootleg up the middle.
He's
Eric
in.
Mitchell goes for the touchdown. Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
That was Mitchell going in for the score.
You know what he ran? Quarterback counter again. That play's been good for them. We've seen it on film, you know, in each of the 2 games they've played earlier that we've seen them play.
Eric Mitchell is a one-man scoring machine.
He's good.
It's an instant replay. You'll see him. Herb run. Pine Bluff is debating on whether to go for the 2 points or just the 1 point. There's 2:16 left in the game. Germantown will have very little time to move down the field, Coach.
Yeah, I believe they're going for 2, because I tell you, if we score a touchdown, just the 6 points, that'd give us a 21-20 victory. If they don't make it, I think they think like Coach Nuller was. Why not go ahead and try to go for 2 right now?
I would put my money that Eric Mitchell would roll to the right or left. They're just going to give him the ball, I would think.
I agree with you. Just give it to him. He scored all 3 of the Pine Bluff touchdowns. He's carried the ball 16 times and is the leading rusher for the Zebras.
They are going for the 2 points.
This could be a big play if we can stop them right here.
He does roll to the right.
Throwback.
Take a pass.
Out of bounds.
Incomplete, and the Devils hold. So that should help our momentum a little bit.
That's right.
Still 2:16 left in the 4th quarter. Germantown will regain possession. Score Pine Bluff 20, Germantown 15.
The Devils need to play good, sound football right here. Go down there and get us another touchdown.
The Devils must score a touchdown to regain the lead. A field goal will not help. In a tough situation, Coach.
Yeah, 2:16 left. I'm not sure how many timeouts we got left. I think we got 2. I'm not sure. I remember Coach Nellen calling one early in the 4th quarter, and we had a good drive going and we scored.
You hear the crowd, David. They're behind their team.
It'll start with a good run back. We can get a good run back, Eric. That'll get us on the way.
Coleman's back again for the Devils to receive the kick.
Good kick by Pine Bluff. Fielded by... Good run to the 22-yard line.
Gerald Lowe received that kick, David. He's a sophomore. He's a very fast athlete.
See Bo Manus coming off the field.
He played a good game for the Devils.
The Devils have 78 yards to go for the touchdown. Very little time to do it in. There's 2:06 left in the clock. The Red Devils will, in all probability, pass. Well, Howard Moss, and gets out of bounds. Good play by Howard.
Right. Smart play by getting out of bounds, David, just like you said.
Picking up the first down.
153.
Got a first down, and it stopped the clock.
Good play by the Red Devils. Buzz Walthall in motion to the right. Neighbors drops back for the pass. Good pass complete, I believe, to Bond Tubbs.
I think we've got another first down. Yes, stops the clock.
On the 45-yard line. Clock stops at 1:45. Germantown in its hurry-up offense, trying not to use a timeout.
Calling 2 plays in the huddle.
When you see the official wave his arm, the clock will start.
As soon as they move the change, David. First down and 10 for the Red Devils on their own 45-yard line.
Clock is running now. Forest Neighbors over center. Quick pass out to Buzz Walthall, and Buzz gets out of bounds.
Smart playing by the Devils. Nice fundamental football.
There's one.
Good execution.
Coach, we've crossed the 50-yard line.
Right.
Down to the 49. First, I don't believe he picked up the first down. It'll be second down, 4 yards to go. Play to Howard Moss up the middle. I believe he struggles for the first down.
Stop
He's got
the clock again.
Minute 29 left. Clock still running. Quick throw. Incomplete pass to stop the clock. Will be second down, 10 yards to go. Coach, the nitty-gritty of the ball game.
That's right. Pressure on the defense, pressure on the offense.
Second down and 10 for the Devils.
Walthall again in motion. Complete pass to Buzz Walthall. He's loose on the sideline. Buzz Walthall all the way down to the 15-yard line. First down, 10 to go for the Red Devils.
Crowd's going crazy, David.
Beautiful run by Buzz Walthall.
There was.
A minute 15 left in the ball game, Coach. Red Devils down on the 15-yard line. Neighbors back, and he is sacked for the loss down to the 25-yard line. Big play by Pine Bluff. There's a minute 1 left on the clock. Second down, 15 to 16 yards to go. Neighbors throws out of bounds to stop the clock. The Red Devils will have 2 plays to get 17 yards. Coach, I'm wondering if the Red Devils might have used a timeout in that situation before that play.
Well, we want to try to save it. I'm not sure how many we got left. He got the clock stopped. That was the main objective there.
3rd down, 17 to go for the Red Devils. Option play. Come on, Howard. Howard Moss picks up about 8 yards. I believe the Red Devils would call.
Ball turning, about 5 for DZ.
It's 4th down. The Red Devils do not use a timeout. Forrest is sacked, and Pine Bluff will regain possession.
Apparently we didn't have any fun in it. We'd have had one.
Coach, I really thought we do have one timeout left.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just don't know.
Apparently we didn't.
The Red Devils did give it their all, Coach.
It's not over yet. Let's hope a miracle play, maybe.
And time does run out in the game. Pine Bluff wins the ball game by a score of 20-15.
Excellent ball game.
Germantown 15. Of course, it's been a fine played ball game.
Coach, a very tough defeat for the Red Devils, but one that they definitely can build from.
That's right. You know, our kids don't need to be upset or hang their head down because they played a good ball game, and I mean a good ball game. They had everything that probably most games have. Last minute drive. Pine Bluff hung in there pretty tough. It was a well-played ball game by both teams.
They showed a lot of heart coming back on that last drive especially. I guess they did not have any timeout.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't. I know they'd have taken one there because that was critical. 4th down, you know, you don't want to just stop the clock because you're going to wind up, you know, losing the ball. But it was a case where, and our kids are well coached on that part.
Right.
They've got a signal that they use. They call 7. They usually go right up to the line of scrimmage and they listen for a call to be made by the quarterback, and then they run the play. It was just unfortunate we didn't have a timeout left right then.
Right, Eric, a very tough defeat, but both teams are out on the field now.
To show you the good sportsmanship, they both had a tough ball game.
I believe both teams respect each other a great deal after that ball game.
Pine Bluff has an excellent team, David. They were very impressed with Eric Mitchell, impressed with their whole team, their coaching staff especially.
I believe we have a team, though, here at Germantown that does not have anything to hang their heads from. Played an excellent ball game. Come back to 4th quarter, drive down for the touchdown and get the lead 15-14, the big 2-point conversion. But Pine Bluff, you've got to hand it to Pine Bluff. They drive 80 yards for the TD, and they really do deserve the victory.
I tell you, David, the big play was a throwback to the quarterback. Remember that? We were in pretty good shape. And there again, our kids are well coached. You know, our end dropped off. The quarterback just kept going. The kid threw it. You know, it looked like the kid that was going to throw it was kind of undecided as to whether to throw it or not. And then at the last second, he threw it.
Exactly.
And Eric made a nice catch and turned it into a, 25, 30-yard gain. And that kept their drive going for them.
Coach, the big man in the ball game has got to be Eric Mitchell. I was thoroughly impressed with this junior. He is just a super athlete.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I can understand why the college coaches are looking for him. You know, they can't recruit him as such right now, but they definitely got him on the list.
A big feature, played the entire ball game. A lot of heart, a lot of guts, and was really the main reason why Pine Bluff did win the ball game, Eric.
That's right. He carried the ball 16 times for 108 yards, averaged 6.75 yards a carry. Pine Bluff in the second half gained 91 yards total offense. Impressive.
They were very impressive throughout the whole ball game. Not much you can really say. Germantown, a very big, disheartening loss on homecoming, but one that I really think that they definitely can build on. The coaches cannot really be upset with the play for Germantown.
Yeah, that's right. And, our kids won't feel that way. They're going to be down from the standpoint that they lost. Everybody strives for that undefeated season, but I tell you, this will probably, you'll see a 100% effort. Not that our kids don't give it, but our kids will come out next week against, I think, who is it?
It's either Bartlett or Millington on the road.
Right.
I'm not positive.
A district game. It's a first district match of the season. You have to win those district games. They're very important to go on to the state.
That is the main thing. It is a district game, and this game is one that the Devils, again, can definitely build on. I don't believe we sustained any big injuries throughout the game. Pruitt did go out, but looked like he will be fine. He was injured before the ball game,
That's
Coach.
right. Marshall got the shoulder injury, but we don't know what the extent his injury is. We hope he'll be back next week.
Next week, Chris Coppage will be back in all probability, so Germantown will be full force again in the backfield. So we can, again, look forward to that.
Yeah, David, we could have a nice week of practice, let some of the bruises heal, and come back and then win our district games and go on to the state. I mean, we can rebuild from this loss because we did lose to a fine ball club.
There's no doubt about it. Pine Bluff is a class organization, if you can put it that way. They showed a lot of class here. I had a chance to talk to a couple of the players, and just real nice people, and they deserve to win the ball game.
The Devils had 250 yards total offense in the game. 207 of it was rushing, and 43 of it was passing. The leading carrier for the Red Devils was Moss. He carried the ball 21 times for 109 yards. Still consistent.
All right, that's it from Red Devil Field. We've enjoyed bringing you the game. Wish we could have won, but the Devils can rebuild. They will be on the road the next 2 weeks, so GHS TV will be back in about 3 weeks with another live cable cast. Thank you for watching GHS TV.